welcome back to our Pittsburgh Pirates in July, over a month ago, I believe. Back from vacation, back for the Friday Night Lives here on MLB The Show 23. In the last episode, in the 2026 postseason, we had a great 5-game series against the Mets in the NLDS, where we beat them to move on to the NLCS, but we lost in 4, getting swept by the Atlanta Braves. We'll recap all of that at the 5-minute mark up in the top left corner, so you can go ahead and jump ahead to that point if you are watching after the fact. If you're joining live, then welcome to the stream, and we'll get started around that 5-minute point in the top left corner. Been a little while since we've streamed, so a few things that I always got to get done: thumbnail, title, description, all that good stuff. So bear with me as I get that going. We'll have a lot to talk about in this stream, as we're talking about, of course, the MLB series. We can talk about the Penguins series and even the NHL 24 news dropping today. MVP, baby! Good to see you. Good to have these streams back. Yes, I've missed them, and Mr. Brian Michalak. I'm looking at the flag right now, my friend. Looking at the Data 782 flag that Brian Michalak made for the channel. It's hanging right here. It is beautiful. Always think of you when I see it, my friend. Welcome to the stream. We'll go ahead and get the description, all that good stuff, as we are back to work here with the Pirates for the 2026 off-season. Mackenzie, welcome to the stream. Good to have you back. All the regulars getting back in. The internet quality is currently not sufficient to broadcast gameplay, says my says the PlayStation here in the top left corner. Woo, hopefully that's not going to be an issue. We'll see what happens. If something happens, we'll reconnect. It's happened before where it's dropped, and I just have to create kind of like a part 2 type of the stream. But hopefully, let me know if it's lagging. Let me know if you're having issues with it. We did recently change internet here in the house, so maybe I'll try and put some boosters next to it or something. RJ, welcome to the stream. I'm doing well, doing very well. Worked on the new career simulation today. It's coming out tomorrow on the channel. Fraudner Friday. Let's go, DeBrow. We're back on Fraudner Fridays, baby. We'll get started in just about 2.5 minutes. Hopefully the internet will hold here. Sheesh. First time I see that on the PlayStation, actually, in all my years of streaming. That's the first time I see the PlayStation tell me that. Hopefully there's just a little hiccup. What a postseason it was last year with the Pirates. Or this, well, technically it's just a few months ago, right? Or even just a month ago, even. But it feels like a while ago, where we got swept out of the NLCS by the Braves. It was a heartbreaker. Okay, I think that's about ready. I'll go ahead and put on the depth chart, actually. If you want to get a recap of where we are as a team, here's the depth chart for you. I'll keep it on this screen while we get until we get started in 1.5 minutes. That should be good to go. Some big news in the NHL 24 world today. I put out a video earlier today about the news regarding GM Connected, the Connected franchise mode, which is not coming in NHL 24, but will be coming in a future game, whether it be NHL 24 or, excuse me, 25 or 26, we don't know, but it is coming. '26 off season with the Pirates. All right, tweet is out. Everything's done. Discord bot did what he had to do. Real Deal Prime, welcome back, buddy. How did you finish in the first season? The first ever season that we did, like back in 2023. We did not make the postseason. In 2024. I don't think we made it either, if I'm remembering correctly. In 2025, we lost in the wild card, and in 2026, we lost in the NLCS. Hobbsy, welcome aboard, buddy. Been a while since we got Hobbsy in here, I think. Usually, Hobbsy, you're in the last few streams, it's been in between your move and in between finishing school and stuff like that. So whatever time you're able to dedicate tonight, it is always a pleasure. Glad to have you in here, buddy. And here we are at the 5-minute mark, so we'll go ahead and get this party started. So as you're seeing right here on the screen, things are going very well in terms of our depth. I'm very happy with how the team is looking at this moment. Kronos, great to have you in here, buddy. Doing very well and happy to be back. Thank you for joining the stream this evening. And Dabrowski was saying, going to see the Braves Mets tomorrow, although the Mets might lose 20-0. I'll have a chip on my shoulder knowing that they made my Pirates lose the NLCS. Yes, exactly. Last year, the Braves swept us out of the NLCS. Boy, has the state of the Pirates changed since the last video. Absolutely. That is very true. Quick reminder, if you're just hopped ahead to the 5-minute mark from the beginning of the video, if you're watching after we've gone live, last season was our most successful season yet. In 2026, we beat the Mets in the NLDS in a 5-game series, but then in the NLCS, we were swept out by the Braves in 4 games. I don't think the Braves went on to win the World Series. I'd have to check back in the archives. If someone wants to look, you can do that, but I don't think they did. I know that, of course, they made the World Series, but I don't think they won it, if I'm remembering correctly. Regardless, we head into this offseason with lots of our key players signed up. Brian Reynolds, I'm here for just over an hour until the Jeff goes off work. Beautiful! That's awesome, Hobbsy. That really makes me happy to hear. That brings me back to the good old days. Ian Happ, he signed on for, we did a few signings at the end of last episode. 3 more years at $9 million for Ian Happ. He had a great season. Brian Reynolds, our star, is making $27 million per year as he is just ridiculous in that lineup. The last 3 years, he's been batting .311, .305, .330. He has been amazing for us. Anthony Santander, who we got in 2025 free agency, he hit 33 home runs and is signed for 3 more years at $7 million. That is our outfield. The infield, we have Pete Alonso at first base. He is going to be in his 3rd season with the Pirates. 45 home runs 2 years ago, 42 home runs in this past year. He is signed for 4 more years at $13.3 million. At second base, we have Josh Rojas, who we got as a utility guy at the deadline 2 years ago. He's turned into an everyday star for us. Maybe not everyday, but yeah, you know what? Yeah, 634 at-bats. He's an everyday star, batting .300 this past year with 23 home runs. He had an incredible season. I love this man. We also have Tamar Johnson. We have Rodolfo Cruz. At shortstop, we have O'Neal Cruz. Did I say Tamar Johnson? Yeah, sorry. Rodolfo Castro and O'Neal Cruz. Yes. O'Neal Cruz, who hit 24 home runs last season and 279. And third baseman, of course, Ke'Bryan Hayes, who bat .305 last year with 11 home runs. He was more of a contact guy for us, hitting mostly in the leadoff spot. Just a question, what overall is considered not great for our lineup? In MLB, I would say if you're under like 72, 73 is probably pretty fringe. That's like the 78 of NHL. MLB is probably more like the 71, 72, 73 range. That's what I would say. Andy Rodriguez, 78 overall, 298 at-bats, and he was hitting .289 with 7 home runs. Hey, great news, Alaskan Prairies. Thank you for joining us here. Getting a bit of lag. All right, thanks, our lag, ladies and gentlemen, if you're seeing that as we go. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Dabrowski. Just the outfield is probably our strongest point right now. And of course, we have G-Man Choi, G-Goat Choi. Incredible. I will pay him $20 million to have 6 at-bats a season if we have to. We will do what we have to do. 8 at-bats this last year, bat .250. Incredible. He's not leaving this team, and neither is Andrew McCutchen, who's like a 50-some overall still in the organization. So starting rotation, we have Gary De Silva on the mound, 92 overall. He's finishing off his 3rd season, headed into his 4th. Bit of lag as well. That's unfortunate. Just let me cannot connect to server. There are a few things I can do, but I'd have to stop the stream. So I'm going to try to power through this one and try to fix it up for next time. But I'll keep that in mind. If it gets unbearable, let me know and I'll stop the stream and try to fix it. But if we're still able to power through, we'll do that. So Gary De Silva, he has now played 3 seasons in Pittsburgh. He was our 1st round pick, the stash himself. He was, I think, was he the 1st overall pick in that draft? I think he was, yeah. 92 overall now with 8 potential at 22 years of age. He has already pitched 660 innings in his career, a career ERA of 3.6. We can go back in the archives and talk about all the things he did. He was the Rookie of the Year. In his Rookie of the Year season, he was also 2nd runner-up for the Cy Young. Incredible stuff from Gary. On the mound in the 2 slot, we also have Jack Flaherty, who signed for 2 more years at $15.5 million. Screen is pretty blurry for me. Stats are unreadable. Let me know if anyone else is having screen problems like that. And yeah, of course, Ji-Man Choi traded in the real world. I was devastated by that. Flaherty also going to be entering his 4th season with the Pirates. He's been pretty good. Numbers got a little bit worse this past year, but he's still great at 88 overall. If we get GM connected to NHL 25 or 26, would you consider a GM connected league? I would absolutely consider that, Debrowskiego. Can't read anything. Ugh, come on. It's odd, though. I have the screen right next to me on my computer. I always do that to make sure that things are going well, and I see everything very well on my computer right next to me. So, and service, again, it's been lost, and it comes back. We're going to power through, ladies and gentlemen. It's just the off season. We're going to power through. We also have Ronci Contreras, who is an 85 overall with B potential. He was kind of a depth, bullpen, long relief kind of guy. As you can see, 95 innings pitched. Then he kind of joined the rotation, 173, 158, 146. This past year, he pitched 190 innings, and he had incredible numbers, 3.31 ERA, 1.28 whip. He was and 17 quality starts. Look at that. 17 quality starts. How about that? So he has been like low-key one of our best and most reliable pitchers. 18-7-0 was his, 18-7 was his record last year. Mitch Keller, also a great piece of our rotation, 82 overall with B potential. He's been part of the Pirates organization for quite a while. And then we get into some of the youth, Colby Allard, Edgar Hernandez, Billy Johnson, like Edgar Hernandez, one of our drafted guys as well. Is A potential considered like elite or franchise? The potential in MLB goes along with overall. So A is 90 to 99, B is 80 to 89, C is 70 to 79, and so on. The potential, the letter is associated with the overall number. In the bullpen, we have our closer, Evan Phillips. We picked him up last season, and he had a good first year with us. He had 48 saves and had 2.3 ERA, 1.04 whip. He was solid in that role for us. We also had Caleb Ferguson in the bullpen. We got him at the deadline, I believe. Jordan Hicks, Genesis Cabrera, who we picked up 2 years ago, I think. And yeah, there's a little recap on the organization since it's been over a month since we've streamed. Not much game action is going to happen. We'll do spring training and the start of the regular season, but really this episode is more the off season. So where we left off, we have exclusive free agent negotiations with Caleb Ferguson, Genesis Cabrera, Ji-Man Choi, and Andrew McCutchen. McCutchen at a 54 overall at 40 years of age, but he's not going anywhere just yet. So Ferguson, we offered him 1 year at 7.5, Cabrera 2 years at 9 per year, Ji-Man Choi, G-Goat got 1 year at 1.6, incredible, and McCutchen 1 year, 850K. So we'll see if they want to sign on. The biggest thing we have to do is get a new manager here in Pittsburgh. Favorite part, as always. We need a new manager here in Pittsburgh. Let me scroll to the top. I was scrolling through earlier. Ideally someone who is a attribute and won't cause too many negatives. Aaron Boone is here, but I don't want him getting tossed every game, so I'm not looking to get him. Plus, he has a -2 and a -3. I was scrolling through a lot of these different managers, and I think it comes down to Kyle Snyder or Jim Pollard. They both have no negatives. Snyder +2 for the Ks per 9 and walks per 9, +1 for bunting and speed. Bunting doesn't really matter. Jim Pollard gives us a +3 for plate discipline, which doesn't always matter. +3 for fielding, which does not matter in the sim. +2 for blocking, doesn't really matter again, but +1 for hits per 9, which is also a good stat to be interested in. Snyder is younger, and I think he has more pluses to attributes that matter within a simulation. So I think Kyle Snyder is definitely my guy. I'm going to go ahead and make him an offer unless someone has a big problem with Kyle Snyder being signed on. I really want to make sure that he comes to Pittsburgh and he doesn't get poached by another team. So I'm going to overpay him by quite a bit. I'm thinking like $24 million for 3 years. It's happened in the last few years where, you know, we've been going through like one manager per year. 1 year contract, we didn't get our guy. 1 year contracts, we didn't get our guy. So I'm going to say 3 years, $24 million on Kyle Snyder. And hopefully he wants to sign for $8 million per year to be our manager, because we need a good manager. We are a World Series caliber team. We need someone who's going to be able to deliver. On top of him, we also need a third base coach. Dan Lopez looks good, actually. We could scroll through a few more. Mike Waters, reaction stealing, speed. I might go for reaction speed. Yeah, I might go for Mike Waters, actually. You know what? Let's just do that instead of scrolling through a million names. Mike Waters to be third base coach. We'll give him 3 years, $6 million, $2 million per year. That's what our first base coach is making. And there you go. All right. towards free agency 1. Let's sim a couple days. Do these guys want to sign on? Okay, so Choi and McCutcheon both sign on. Now we're waiting on Ferguson and Cabrera. Advance another day. Now we're just waiting on Cabrera as Ferguson signs on. Very good. One more day. Cabrera's still not signed on. Do I tender him a qualifying offer? Just make sure. Just had one of the worst drafts ever in franchise. No medium and low elite steals. Good amount of top 9. Those are tough. Was it within one of the first few years of franchise mode? So usually like the 2025 draft is like that. I'll tender him a qualifying offer just to make sure we get him. 1 year, 21 million. He won't end up signing for that, so I'm not worried. Advance another day. I did qualify him. He hasn't signed yet, so I'm still going to keep waiting on Cabrera. He wants to test free agency a little bit, I suppose. Oh, and the managers both signed without saying anything. Great. So, wait, hold on. Alexander Small? Who's Alexander Small? Huh? We didn't sign this guy. What is this? Third base coach Mike Waters, yeah. Who's this guy Alexander Small? Who are you coming to work? +1 contact, +2 power, +1 stealing. Hold on. I gotta go back in the video here on YouTube. Hold on. Did I send the wrong guy an offer? I don't think I did. Kyle Snyder. Yeah, it was Kyle Snyder. That is extremely odd. What in the world is that? Where did this guy come from? And then if I want to fire him, it's going to cost me $10 million, right? So forget it. I got to keep him. I'm not paying $10 million. That's crazy. Unless I back out. Well, I could do that. Yeah, I think I'm going to back out. Nothing happened. I'm just going to go ahead and back out and go back in. We didn't get into free agency yet, so nothing is cheesed. That's crazy. Let's try this again. Let's see what happens. Kyle Snyder, here he goes. Brady the Great, welcome to the stream, my friend. We're going to go 3 years, once again, at $7 million, or was it $8 million per season? $8 million, yeah. 3 years, $8 million per year. $24 million on Kyle Snyder, yes. And third base coach is going to be Mike Waters. Perfect, Alaskan, happy to hear that. 3 years, and we said $2 million per year, so 3 years, $6 million. I'm doing well, Brady. A lot of work today on a new career simulation, which is coming out tomorrow on NHL 23. There's NHL 24 news. It was a fun day. Good stuff. Okay, so let's try advancing again now. Let's go a couple days. Mike Waters is on board. Good. And where is... what's his name? Did he sign with a different team? Like, what's going on? Where is Ken Snyder? I guess he disappeared. I guess he signed with a different team. But usually it tells you. It always tells you in the calendar when he signs with a different team. No, it can't be. It can't be. Is he just like... is he retiring? I'm backing out again. If he goes to a different team, I'm fine with that. But this is some sort of glitch. That's the problem. If he rejects our offer and signs with a different team, that's fine. But there's something weird going on here. Kyle Snyder... 44 years of age. Let's make him a crazy offer then. And I'll check actually within like a day instead of going further. We're going to go 3 years, $9 million per year at $27 million. Would you rather have the Expos or the Nordiques return to the respective leagues? Although we would all love to see them both back. Definitely the Expos. Le Nordiques, the Nordiques, they're up in Quebec City. It would probably be like 4+ hours for me to get there. I wouldn't have much interest. Well, not interest, just I wouldn't have much... like physical relation to the Nordiques. Meanwhile, the Expos would be like 20 or 30 minutes away from me. Plus, we don't have a baseball team, and I love the Expos, so I would definitely say Expos. The Nordiques I wouldn't mind either, but I don't think it's going to happen. Aside from all the issues of I guess like the logistical issues, I think there's also the political issues. That if I take some time to get into that. Already, it's hard enough to get players to want to come to play in Montreal with how things are here. I don't think they want to go play in Quebec, where it's even a bit more difficult for different reasons. But I digress. 3 years, $6 million. There you go. When I went to Ocala, surprised at the fair band. The Budos band was at the Jazz Festival. Yeah, everyone loves the Jazz Festival. Absolutely. Okay, so let's try this one more time. Advance 1 day. Advance 1 day. Is Kyle Snyder still alive? Yes. Okay. He has the Cardinals and the Padres also offering him deals, but we are way ahead. So he still exists. Okay. Advance another day. Kyle Snyder on board. All right. 3 years, $9 million. I don't know what was happening there. They never... I don't think they ever like auto hire anyone for you unless it's like past a certain deadline. I don't know. That was just weird. Whatever. It cost a bit more to get him. I'm fine with paying that. No problem. And Cabrera signed on as well. Okay. Can't be... yeah. Now did we lose Mike Waters though? Now we lost Mike Waters though, right? We can never win. Kevin Nathan. Arm accuracy, speed, stealing... Okay. This guy, reaction, durability, arm strength. No, that's just Kevin Nathan. Kevin Nathan. Third base coach, $2 million per year. Okay, there you go. Oh my goodness. Advance. Stop. Review staff. Still waiting on him. Did he disappear again? Where are these people going? Where are these coaches? And why is it not... It always notifies you in the calendar that he went to a different team. Why is this happening? Durability, reaction, arm strength, fielding. I guess speed is good here. Scott Frisch. 1 year, $3 million. Well, I went too far. 1 year, $3 million to be the third base coach. I'll get someone new next year. Okay, so here we are in free agency. Did we get him signed on to the staff? Can I see my staff over here? Yeah, I don't want to blow the budget. We have a decent amount right now because, well, technically we don't have a ton of money, but we don't have really anybody to sign. That's the thing. We're already in a good spot with our team. So, where is that again? Oh, coach contracts. This guy sign or what? Still waiting. Okay. So we got to select the 40-man. We got to look at salary arbitration, tender contracts, all that good stuff. But in free agency, I'm going to make a whole video on that, RJ. My NHL 24 franchise mode wish list. I'll make a whole video on that. In free agency, we see Trevor Rogers, Jazz Chisholm Jr., a player I just saw last week, actually, when I was in Miami. Tariq Skubal, Andreas Jimenez, JT Realmuto, another player that I saw last week, Tristan McKenzie, Freddie Peralta, Nathaniel Lowe, Alejandro Kirk, Tyler Stevenson. Lots of big names here in free agency. But if we look at what do we need, if anybody, as a team, let's look at the roster here. So first base, we're set. Pete Alonso is our guy. If we were to get an injury here, yeah, that's what we're going to do here, Dabrowski. Ji-Man Choi could fill in with Philip Kershaw in a pinch, but long term, I'm not sure if we have any great options at first base. Oh, there you go. And Hobbsy saw Kirk last week. There you go. At second base / shortstop, we have lots of options. Tamar Johnson plays second and short. Castro plays second, third, and short. Gonzalez second, third, short, and Marcano second, third, short, left field, right field. So we have lots of options for that type of position right there. Third base, we have Cabrian Hayes and Rojas, who also plays second, short, left field, right field. Triolo, he's probably going to be a AAA guy. Shortstop, O'Neal Cruz and Ji-Wan Bae. Ji-Wan Bae, I might consider looking to move him out. I'd rather have first base depth as opposed to shortstop depth because all those second basemen can also play short. So Ji-Wan Bae, in my mind, is a trade candidate. He had a good year last year. He had 231 at-bats. He was good. 6 home runs, batting .251. No problem with him. Just that there's other people. I'd rather have depth at first base pretty much. Left field, we got Ian Happ, or just in the outfield in general. Bob Franco is one of our developing prospects. Low potential, but high overall for his age. Center field is Brian Reynolds, and right field is Anthony Santander. Not a lot of outfield depth, though, I have to say. Lolo Sanchez and Bob Franco are our top options in the outfield. So outfield depth, a platoon guy for depth, would be probably my number one target in free agency. What's your question, Brady? I'd love to hear it. About music, I'm all ears. Shortstop. Starting pitchers, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our starting 5 is good to go. Plus, we already have other players who we might have to trade because of how good they are. Relief pitching, we have Ferguson, Hicks, Cabrera as our top guys, even Joe Barlow. So I think we're pretty much set in relief as well, and Evan Phillips is our closer. So I think maybe making a trade with Bay for a first baseman and then signing some outfield depth is all I'm really thinking about in free agency. So if we were to go to the outfield here, left field, right field, let's see what Brady says. Is it just me, or does it seem like artists extend their songs to such a length where music fades out and the next song plays? I find there's many albums that do that, especially on streaming platforms. There's a lot of albums. I don't really use streaming platforms. I'm still using my good old iPod, actually. But there's many streaming platforms that will just continue to autoplay, right? So I think many musicians do that type of thing. Yeah. So if we're starting to look at a guy who'd be a platoon, Kyle Schwarber is interesting. He'd be a big power versus righty kind of guy. He hit 40 home runs last season, but that means he'd probably be too good to want to just be a platoon guy for us. And yes, I play drums. I play a lot of music, but I play drums number one. I know a little bit of guitar and a little bit of piano, but drums is my number one. I used to put drum covers here on the YouTube channel, actually. I am representing on behalf of Slim Shady. Yeah, of course, Taylor and Tyler Rogers. Thank you, Depressiego. Lourdes Gurriel Jr., he hit only 3 home runs last year, 105 at-bats, but 314 batting average. He's a great contact hitter, so I could see Lourdes Gurriel Jr. being someone who joins us here in Pittsburgh. So Gurriel Jr., although he is qualified, I'm not sure what the difference is between qualifying offer made and qualified, because I don't want to forfeit a draft pick for someone who has a qualifying offer made to him. But if they're only qualified, is that an issue? You know? I hear you, Hobbsy. Jock Peterson could be someone who's interesting, but he's probably going to continue. He has great batting average, eh? But he's going to continue to regress probably with his age at 34 now. In center field, we see Cody Bellinger, but he wants a big contract. Victor Robles, big lefty guy. And right field, Margot's probably a bit too good. Mitch Haniger was an everyday guy last year. Trace Thompson, Nick Castellanos. Nick Castellanos could be interesting. He bat 183 last year. Yikes. Will Myers. I like Will Myers a lot in the real world. Bat 271 this past year. So I think it's between Will Myers. He's 36. I think Gurriel Jr. makes more sense for us. He's 33, 3 years younger, better contact. Even though he's qualified, maybe we give up a pick. I'm not sure. I think Gurriel Jr. is the guy here. Let me know your thoughts if anyone piqued your interest as outfielders. But I think he makes sense. Tapia is also interesting. He has good speed and good contact. He could be a leadoff guy in a pinch, but not the greatest simulation numbers last year as he was with the Mets. Michael Conforto. These are guys, I don't know about lower 70s. I'd rather have someone in those mid to high 70s, like a Gurriel Jr., like a Robles, but I don't like his simulation numbers as much. And then in right field, players who would want to be everyday guys. So I think I'm going to go with Gurriel Jr. What's Jimenez's durability? Just curious. 83, really. Mr. IL. Gurriel Jr. What kind of contract do you want, buddy? You currently have 1 year, 3.5 on the table from St. Louis. You're going to be a platoon guy. I'm going to give you 2 years, actually. And I'm going to give you, well, $5 million per year. Former Met Michael Conforto. Classic. That's probably a bit too much. Let's try 2 years at 8.5. So basically $4.25 million per year to be a platoon guy. Lourdes Gurriel Jr., let's see what he says about that. 2 years, 8.5 for Gurriel Jr. Next up, we see tender contracts. So we have a lot of guys. Hey, Nay, welcome to the stream, buddy. We have a lot of guys here who are just going to have to offer a bunch of housekeeping deals to just 1 year 60K, 1 year 60K, 1 year 60K. So this is the part of the evening where I would say let's hear some discussion thoughts on other things such as NHL 24. If you heard the news today about GM Connected, it will not be an NHL 24, but it is on the docket. It's the first time that EA's even acknowledged it in 10 years. It will be coming in a future NHL, so that is great news, but just not going to be here just yet. What are your thoughts about NHL 23 if you have any just yet? We'll go 2 years, I suppose, on Edgar Hernandez. He wants to be a rotation guy, so I suppose we can do that, unless I do even 3 years on him. Yeah, I'm excited. I know a lot of people are commenting. I put it on Reddit, actually. I put what I put on Twitter also on Reddit. There's so much hate on Reddit, I find. Everyone's just, it's a fractured community. No one's impressed with what they're talking about. I'm not a sympathist for EA, really, but I gotta admit, I like what they said, and with it being a new, two new individuals at the helm of the NHL, to give them a shot. I'm gonna give them a chance. Hopefully, they impress, and I'm gonna judge them on their accomplishments, not on what EA hurt me with. Update franchise modes from what they were. Yes. Sorry, I'm trying to read. Yeah, it's lagging a little bit at certain points for different people, but we're gonna try and power through just for this week, since it is. Hope NHL 24 has a thing where random expansion teams can generate, and that would be interesting. I'd be surprised if that's included, honestly, but that would be an interesting thing. Legend is excited. Sorry, 70K. What Dream King will look like when it comes out. I mean, we've gotten excited before, and then it all before and well over the past 10 years, so it's been mostly disappointing. So I'm cautiously optimistic. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. So we're just taking care of a lot of the housekeeping here in the off-season. This is the most tedious part of the entire off-season, just offering all your AA, single A, AAA guys their 1 year, 60K, 70K, 90K contracts. Did that already. So these are all 9. Oh, sorry, I missed one, eh? This one was 800K. This guy wants 8. Oh, Smith and Jigba, yes. One of our fan favorites. Yes, he gets his 800K. Yep. Anybody else, I was going to remove it. I was going to retract that offer. But for Smith and Jigba, we're definitely going to let him get 800K. He deserves it. Cal Mitchell, 64 overall. Good contact. He wants 800K. I guess we can keep him until we have the system. Until more players are stocked up in the system, I suppose he could stay. Worst case, we trade him in like a 2-for-1 type of deal with somebody else. No problem, doggy. No problem at all. Just getting through a lot of the housekeeping here. So far, we have signed a new manager, a new third base coach, and we're also going to be sending out an offer. We already did to Lourdes Gurriel Jr. to be a platoon guy in the outfield for us. NHL 24 needs to make Montreal sim better. Yeah, that is true. All right, we're almost at the top here where we have to start thinking. Now it's just mindless clicking. All right, Connor Scott. Let's see. Connor Scott, 70 overall, B potential. Has better attributes for things that don't matter as much in the simulation. 1 year, 780. He's willing to take a lot less, though. Great. Beautiful. I'll give you 1 year at 100K. Beautiful. Alvarez, 70K. Fairchild, 60K. All the guys who have contract renewable want a lot more. Malone, starting pitcher, 26. Yeah, let's move him down a little bit. Bring it down to 100K, 1 year, 100K. Lolo Sanchez, who still has some potential. He wants 650. There you go. Philip Kershaw down in the first as our first base depth. There you go. Bob Franco. Ooh, he wants 4 years, $6 million at 19 years of age. Ooh, pump the brakes, buddy. 1 year, you'll be depth. I'm not going to lie to you. You're going to be depth, not platoon. And I'll give you whatever I can give you. Ooh, calm down there, Bobby. 1 year in AAA and you're ready to make millions. 1 year, 150. There you go. Marcano, who could be a guy that we see in the MLB. Ooh, 5 years, $7 million. He hasn't played in the MLB like at all, almost in this franchise mode. Just in 2023, year number 1, 103 at-bats. Yeah, I'll give you 1 year. I suppose I'll call you platoon and not depth. I'll give you 1 year, and I'm going to give you, as low as I can go here. I'm into all kinds of music. My iPod's all over the place. I'm into all kinds of music. Edgar Hernandez, 2 years, 1.3. Okay. Woo! Salary arbitration now. We have Allard, Rodriguez, Castro, Barlow, and Bay. So Colby Allard, we got him in a trade in 2023 off-season, I believe. Or maybe we signed, I think it was a trade. 3 years in our rotation / long relief. Last year, 181 innings pitched. He was very, very good. I would love to keep Colby Allard in long relief, but I know that he probably wants to be in a rotation somewhere. He wants to get paid, yeah, $7.68 million. So let's try 1 year, one more year to see what happens. I'll call him depth. I know he's not going to be happy about that, but I'm going to pay him so we can keep him there. 1 year at $4.6 million. 1 year, 4.6 to be depth. We'll see if he likes that. If not, we'll go to arbitration. Endy Rodriguez, our catcher, starting catcher, backup catcher, a lot of potential. He's kind of taking over the job a bit more from Henry Davis, if I'm being honest. Let's not eat up all those arbitration years. Let's go 2 years on Rodriguez. Call him every day. And he's happy with top-tier coaching and all that stuff. And we'll bring it down to I can go 2.5 per year. Yeah, he looks good. 2 years at $5 million every day. Let's keep him happy. Rodolfo Castro, he's been good. Yeah, good batting average, good contact. He's going to be a platoon guy. I can guarantee that he is in a platoon role. I don't need to lie to him. And I'm willing to give him 2 years. Yeah, great contract. When they're young, they sign deals like that. I'm going to give him 2 years, and we're going to give him $3 million per year. No, even a bit more, 3.1 per year. There you go. Joe Barlow, great relief pitcher for us. I'm going to stay in the 1 to 2 year range. Actually, 1 year keeps him arbitration eligible, so no reason why I shouldn't keep him arbitration. But I'll call him bullpen because that's what he's going to be. So I'll go 1 year at 2.8, and he's bullpen. And finally, G1 Bay, who I probably am going to end up trading. I'll give you 1 year at $2 million, and probably end up 1 year, $2 million. Yeah, it's lagging a little bit tonight, Nay. Unfortunately, it's lagging a little bit. The internet's having some trouble. We got new internet in the house, so I'm going to have to try and figure that out before the next stream next week. So, unfortunate, but thankfully it's only during the off season. Yeah, 100%, doggy. 100%. All right, so there are the arbitration guys. We have the tender contracts. We sent out our free agent offer. We can also, we'll think about the 40-man closer to the 5-man draft, the Rule 5 drafts, excuse me. Let's start advancing. Trevor Rogers signs with the Orioles. Couple days here. Already, I'm sure, yeah, there you go. Just Allard and G1 Bay who are still there in arbitration. Tender contracts, I'm sure a lot of them already signed on. And, hold on, pending offers are not there anymore. Does that mean that Gurriel is on board? Yes, he is. Welcome to the organization. Lourdes Gurriel Jr., the newest Pittsburgh Pirate. Great contact. We signed him to a 2-year deal at $4.3 million to be a platoon guy in the outfield and just give us some extra support out there should we get any injuries to Happ, Reynolds, or Santander. Okay, beautiful. So now we're just waiting on the arbitration guys, contract, and all that. And then that's pretty much it for free agency. I think we're in a good spot, but I want to get all those guys signed on. Kirk going to the Angels before we can, I just want to see the budget before I start making other decisions. So everyone in arbitration signed on. That's great. Kershaw is the only guy left here in tender contract, so I'll give him an extra $10K to make him happy. Oh, the roster is currently full. That's why. All right, so now I will make the G1 Bay trade. Let's go ahead and do that. So let's think about these positions. First base, we have a bunch of first basemen, but not the type of first base depth that I'm looking for. Jose Morales, B potential, 43 overall. I doubt he becomes anything, but I'm going to wait probably a bit more. Now, 43, I'm going to cut ties. I'm willing to do it. I'm going to put him and G1 Bay in a trade. And I'm going to look to get a first base platoon-ish kind of guy, maybe even a prospect. I don't know. Let's see what teams are offering. In the outfield, McCutcheon at a 40. I thought I saw 40 overall. Do I have too many pitchers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Couple as depth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Couple as depth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Couple as depth. No, I think we're good. I could just throw in this guy, I suppose. Yeah, why not? Let's see what teams are willing to offer us for Morales and all these guys. Some interesting offers. Okay. Let me try and look for a first baseman, though. First base. Oh, sorry. First base. From the Yankees. A lot of these guys aren't signed on. That's the issue. If they're not signed, you can't trade for them. I can't sign Kershaw until I move some people out. Unless we just try to get that figured out later, and for right now I just make a trade for a prospect. That might be a better idea, actually. So I don't want to take like one big prospect. I don't think that would make sense. Maybe this guy, someone with B potential, would make more sense than someone with A potential. Anyone else out here? This guy, 70 overall, 20 years of age, B potential. Keep the Royals in mind. This guy is... A potential. I don't think the Twins would trade an A potential guy for Morales, Bay, and Thomas. You know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm not even going to look at anything else. I'm content with... We'll see that once the season gets started. That'll be a time in which we can figure that out a bit more. So, 90K. The roster's still full because I have to release someone. Is that so? Really? That's not the 40... MLB roster? Can't be. Just the total roster? Really? But I just made a trade. I just traded 2 for 1, no? Oh, it says I have 94 down in that bottom right corner. I guess we gotta trade some more then. All right, let's look at making some more deals then. Let's make a few more trades. We have an abundance. So let's look at moving Viabos, Manny Viabos. Ryan Leach. No, I need right fielders, eh? No, I could move Manny. Manny catchers. I can move Leach, I suppose. I'd probably move Bins instead. And then anybody else? Now, I like the scouting system for NHL. Like, I wouldn't mind it being easier in terms of less button pushing. But I think the current system itself is okay. Just less button pushing would be what I want. Maybe throw in a right fielder, I guess. Smith and Jigba's not leaving. Macias, Fabricio. Yeah, let's try that for one prospect. Let's see what we can get. Not a pitcher, though. Let's try for maybe an outfield prospect. Yankees have that guy. Always pitching, eh? Well, this guy's good from the White Sox. Charles Tyson. How does this guy look? Great contact against righties. Why not? Again, I'm not going to be picky. Let's just do it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I see what you mean. Okay, now can I sign this guy? Okay, thank you very much. Okay, roster good. White Sox accepted that deal. Transactions completed. Blah, blah, blah. Beautiful. Let's advance a couple of minutes. Randy Arozarena going to the Baltimore Orioles. Salary arbitration, tender contract. Still waiting for Kershaw to sign. And that's it. Everything's good here. Yeah, 92. Okay. Okay. Advance. 40-man roster must be set by tomorrow. All right, let's do that now. We have 2 spots in the 40-man roster. And we probably want to put Nunez and Chandler. Probably those 2, eh? Nunez and Chandler would be the 2 that I probably want to add, who aren't on the 40-man. The third baseman and the relief pitcher. Third base, Malcolm Nunez. And the relief pitcher... Well, actually, I'm hoping that Kershaw signs and he can be on the 40-man, right? So maybe I'll leave Chandler. No one's going to take Chandler. 60 overall is too low. Weiss might get taken, though. I could see him getting snatched up. We got him on the 40-man in the Rule 5 draft. That's how we got him on our team. So, yeah, let's try that. It's really cool to see how you've come... Yeah, very different between NHL 18 and NHL 23. Very different in the way that I did my recording and the way that I edited and put out the content that I do. Very different. All right, Munoz going to the Diamondbacks. Singer to Kansas City, I think I saw. All right, great. So is Kershaw on the 40-man? He signed on. That's good. And he's not on the 40-man, though. But now the deadline has passed. Like, I don't get it. No, if Kershaw gets claimed, I'm trading for him from the team that took him. So I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're good to sim to the Rule 5 draft and to the beginning of spring training. Benintendi going to the Yankees. All right. Sim to free agency 3. Sim to free agency 4. Nathaniel Lowe going to the Blue Jays. Brock Burke to the Angels. Padres are offering us Peyton Wilson for Ryan Weathers. Peyton Wilson, C potential, second, B27. This guy's C. Actually, I probably wouldn't mind this deal. Ryan Weathers making $780K. What do we think about this? Do we want Ryan Weathers? We don't really need a relief pitcher, but it is a good trade in our favor, I would think. We'll come back to that. If we really like it, we can come back to it. But I don't think we need a relief pitcher. Real Muto also going to the Blue Jays. Big offseason for the Blue Jays. Philly's getting Tristan McKenzie. Don't want to exit, no. Winter meetings. Matt Olson going to the Angels. Wow. Jose Barrios to the Diamondbacks from the Blue Jays. Whoa. Jimenez to the Giants. Okay, Rule 5 draft is coming up. Who's still out here in free agency? Patrick Sandoval, Kyle Wright, some pitchers. Brandon Lowe as a second baseman. Rosario, Giolito, Mountcastle. Like as a first baseman. Anyone out here as a first baseman depth? Like CJ Crone. He was an everyday guy last year, but now no one wants to sign him. I'm not going to pay $5.3 million. Actually, we don't have enough money for that anyways, eh? Yeah, we don't have enough money for that. Total payment, we have like, what, $4 million? If I just want to go like to a random guy down here, can I sign him? Not even, eh? How's the budget look right now? Budget, oh, we're over a little bit. Okay, so we can move out a little bit, a bit of money actually. Sort. 2027 money. Anything we want to move out here? Players who, like Colby Allard making 4.6 in mid-release. No, but I like him a lot. O'Neal Cruz going to need money after this season. Maybe Eichhoff. Yeah, Eichhoff's got to go. Making 2.7 million as a 76 overall. Yeah, Eichhoff will have to go. That'll be where we get our money. So let's go to trade talk. Eichhoff has been a good piece for us here. He's been here for our entire series. We signed him in year number 1. He's been a decent piece in the rotation despite his low overall. Jared Eichhoff, any prospect that I can get for him. Choi is not leaving. Go Choi. He is not leaving till he retires. Center field, Todd Farron. Center fielder, B potential, 19 years of age. This is not bad, actually. Todd Farron, great power. Not good contact, but great power. You know what? Why not? The Yankees can take him. They have the money. That gives us a little bit more money now as well. Budget, yeah, we're over by 2.29. Great. Or under, you could say. All right, so time for the draft lottery, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who is going to be selecting where. We had a 105-win season last year, so we are in 28th place, and we do not qualify for the draft lottery. The Oakland Athletics went 49 and 113 last year. Red Sox 59 and 103. Rockies 61 and 101. So 3 teams lost over 100 games. Let's see how the draft lottery pans out here for those top 3 teams. Here we go. And in the 2027 draft, picking at numbers 1, 2, and 3. We will have the Athletics keeping number 1, and the Red Sox, actually everyone stays, okay. So the White Sox and the Cubs swapping 6th and 7th, the only change in the draft lottery. All right, we can deal with that, or those teams can deal with that, I would think. Not a bad way that the cookie has crumbled. Let's go to the Rule 5 draft now. Okay, Giolito there. Rule 5 draft, let's hit it. Anybody going to take anyone there? None of our guys go. Very good. Good. All right. Does the draft lottery in the MLB work differently than the NHL? Yes. NHL, only the top 16 teams get to, or the bottom 16 teams who miss the playoffs have a chance. And the most that team can move up by is 10 spots. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, in the MLB, everyone has a chance to actually win different positions, like the top position, not just 1, 2, and 3. Like you see that the White Sox were in 7th, they won number 6, so they moved up. So I'm probably not explaining it super well, but it is very different than the NHL system. So some decent players going here in the Rule 5 draft. No one else really interesting to me. They're all like 60 overall kind of guys. Kyle Tyler, a 75. No, you can't, though. Like, you see the teams on the right weren't able to get they weren't eligible for the draft. For the draft lottery, that is. David Hamilton. Yeah, no one higher than a 75 out here. So, yeah, no selection here. No pick for us in the Rule 5 draft. Still a lot of good free agents out there. We don't have the money for them. So we'll sim through. Kyle Wright going to the Mets. And Rosario also going to the Mets. 2 big pickups there. Casey Mize. Brandon Lowe. Patrick Sandoval also to the Mets. Big money offseason for the Mets. Luis Garcia. Garrett Whitlock. The Angels and the Blue Jays. And I think the Mets have had the biggest offseasons here. Scubal goes to the Giants. We still have Jesus Luzardo in free agency. He's great. I love his velocity. 5.13 ERA last year, though. Yikes. Christian Walker, Mitch Haniger. Okay. Sim to renewable contracts. We're almost there. And finally, we will sim to spring training. There we go. We don't have the money, though. We just traded away Eichhoff so that we'd free up of spring training. We are ready to rock and roll. Let's see how we're looking. 7 overall guy who impresses in spring training. I'm still not going to play him in the MLB over these guys I'm paying $10 million to, right? So I'm going to let just whatever happen during spring training, and then we'll see what's up when the season actually gets started. We're currently the first ranked team in the MLB, 3rd in contact, 2nd in power, 2nd in pitching, but 21st in defense and 7th in speed. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to make sure it's set to auto for spring training. Sorry, user settings, mode specific. Lineups and rotations will be auto. Everything else is manual. Yeah, very good. Yeah, I had that lag on my screen as well. I just saw that little spike. Frustrating. Yes, contract extensions. We could think about contract extensions as well here. Like O'Neal Cruz is making, what, $3 million? And now he wants like 19.6. I got to do a 1-year deal on him for sure so that he stays arbitration eligible. Yeah, his morale is not great right now. So I'm going to go definitely 1 year on him. We don't have a ton of money for next year either. So 1 year, like $5 million is going to be my max for him. He can take, 1 year, $5 million for O'Neal Cruz. And he's, okay, great. Signs on right away. Bang. Evan Phillips, our closing pitcher. I'd love to get him signed on. He's signed currently for $8.3 million. I would love to give him another 2 years. But he would want like $9 million. 2 years, $18 million to continue to be our closer. I could do that. Yeah. All right, great. He's signed on. Just to get these guys out of the way, not have to worry about them headed into the season after this one. And Tamar Johnson with A potential. He could keep getting a lot better. I'm going to go 1 year at a time on him and try to get him for 2.2. There you go. All right. That would be incredible, right, doggy? Incredible. I'll stop there, because our budget for 2028, excuse me, is still already pretty tight here. We see a lot of guys, already a lot of money dedicated to a lot of guys. So I don't want to do too much more. So we'll stop there in terms of contract extensions. And now let's sim through spring training. We have, I'll just go to the end. We'll go watch the last game. But yeah, I'm seeing a lot of wins out here. Very good. If you go through, so fast in the calendar, it's incredible. 17-9 here at the last game of spring training. Things have been looking good so far, it seems like. 17-9. Yeah, it's always being overshadowed. Rojas is looking great. Hap, Reynolds is batting .403. Yeah, O'Neal, Santander a bit quiet. Gurriel Jr. is looking very good. You know what? I like that it takes time for contracts to be accepted, but I don't like that you don't know how interested they are and what the other teams are offering, or at least an idea of what the other teams are offering. But yeah, better dialogue too would be great. Yeah, there would be a middle ground, right? There should be a very good middle ground in my opinion. G-Man batting .333, incredible. Does anyone really stand out to me? Not really, eh? Marcano batting .273. And the pitching rotation, Gary's looking good. Keller and Hernandez not looking so hot. Yeah, okay. Meanwhile, other guys are going to try to swoop in and take those positions, so you got to look out. Okay. I'll go ahead and turn this off. Back to manual now. Common G-Goat dub. Common G-Goat dub. Okay, connection, blah, blah, blah. Let's go back to this game here. And let's see the last game of the preseason between the Pirates and the Red Sox. Flaherty's on the mound. Replace him. Why not? Replace him. No problem. All right, here we go. First inning, nothing. Second inning, nothing. Third inning, nothing. Fourth inning, 1 run for the Pirates. Very good. Here we are in the 5th inning now. Bottom of the 5th. O'Neal Cruz. He singles. Andy Rodriguez strikes out. Rojas has been incredible. We're going to pinch hit for him. I'm going to get somebody else in there at DH. McCutcheon's coming into DH, and he flies out. Ian Happ pops up. All right. Let's get a new pitcher in here just to spice things up. Let's bring Colby Allard in. Strikeout, pop-up, ground out. Brian Reynolds. He's amazing. We don't need to see more from him. Let's get Bob Franco in here. Bobby singles. Very good from Bob. Can you steal just for fun? Stolen base from Bob Franco. Big Pete strikes out. Santander grounds out. And Hayes, who's 2 for 2 in the day. We've seen enough from him. Can we bring Gonzalez in here? Yeah, he can play third. Nick Gonzalez. Ooh, RBI single from Nick Gonzalez. Castro pops up. All right, here we go. Patrick Wisdom, single. Sawinski, strikeout, single, strikeout, RBI, single, walk, bases loaded for Allard, who gets a ground out. There you go. All right, bottom of the 7th. Let's bring Tamar Johnson in. Substitution, ground out. Andy Rodriguez. Let's bring Davis in. He grounds out. McCutcheon flies out. All right. Let's go to Genesis Cabrera. Fly out. Okay, let's just fly through it. All these pinch hitters. He makes it through the inning. Ian Happ, we're going to go for Lolo Sanchez. Let's get him in there. Lolo. Substitution. Fly out. Bob strikes out. And Pete, let's get G-Goat in there. He flies out. All right. To finish it off, let's bring in Ferguson. Single. Actually, this is to close it out, actually. Not just to finish it off, to close it out. Single, runners on first and second. Error, bases loaded. Ferguson, don't choke it. Strikeout, don't choke it. Ground out. All right, great save from Ferguson. And we win that final game of spring training by a score of 2-1. Lovely. Okay, let's see. So after the entire spring training, we are 18-9, winning twice as many as we lost. Very good. Now it's time to decide who's going to actually be in our lineup for the roster and all that stuff. Who's in the MLB, who's in AA, who's in AAA, all that stuff. So the roster currently at 40. I'll have to advance one more day. Spring training has come to an end. Now can I do it? No, still 40. Advance another day. Sorry. Come on. Can I have to go to the first? Is that it? I have to sim to regular season, maybe? Yeah, that's what I gotta do. Okay. So now we see roster down to 26. Very good. Of course, they put McCutcheon on waivers, but no one's going to claim him. All right. So closing pitcher, we'll have Evan Phillips in the MLB, of course. Ramirez will be our AAA guy. Feliz our AA guys. I think Allard made a case for the rotation. I agree, Hobbsy. Especially with the other guys not doing so hot. The rookie as well. We can start him in long relief, maybe. Down catchers, Davis and Rodriguez, of course. I want Conrad in AAA, though. He's been he's been growing quite well. And this guy in AA. There we go. Abraham in AA. Kershaw there. Melendez. Why is he in the MLB? Ivan Melendez. No. Melendez is going down to... he's a Rule 5... Wait, what? I didn't take anyone at the Rule 5 draft. The computer's starting to do things now without my say. This is... Ladies and gentlemen, listen to this. This is what ruined MLB The Show 22. It was making trades and releasing players and doing things, even when it was all set to manual and nothing was auto, they were doing things for you. This is scaring me now, because I did not choose anyone at the Rule 5 draft, and here this guy is in my lineup. So this is scaring me a little bit. AAA is like the farm team. AA is the farm team's farm team. Single A is the farm team's farm team's farm team. 4 levels, and essentially MLB is the top, and there's 4 levels within an organization. Kind of like NHL, AHL, ECHL, and then whatever, like USHL under that. So Melendez, I'm releasing you. Go back to your normal team. I don't want you to be here. I never claimed you. G-Man Choi, you're obviously in the MLB. And I'll leave it at that. Second base, Johnson. Castro, Marcano is probably AAA. Gonzalez and Castro both would probably want to be up here. Marcano also deserves it, though, I think. This is tough. I'm going to say Castro and Gonzalez. Because if I send down Marcano, I have to go through waivers. So I'm going to keep it Johnson, Castro, Marcano to start the year. If Marcano doesn't impress, I'm sending him down through waivers or trading him away and calling Gonzalez up. We're going to try that. Third base, Triolo's on waivers, going to AAA. Okay. Nunez can go to AA. And in the MLB, it'll be Rojas and Hayes. Who's up to an 85, by the way, Rojas. Shortstop, Piguero's on waivers. I guess that makes sense, but we need more shortstops in the organization who are like younger players, not like the G1 Bays of the world who I traded away. Cruz is a 92. Happ, Gurriel Jr., very good. Bob Franco, AAA. Yup. Center fielders, Todd Farron. He was the guy who got from the Yankees. Yeah, I'll put him in AAA. He'll play with Swaggerty, I suppose, in AAA. Right fielders, Lolo Sanchez going through waivers. Good. But is he moving to AAA? Yeah, okay. Fairchild, Scott, Tyson's going to AA. Yeah, we'll wait on that. We need more people. More people got to move from single A up as well. Starting pitchers now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. I think Colby Allard has to be in the MLB. Quinn Priester, Luis Ortiz, Max Kranick. These guys, like Malone and Kranick, are both on waivers. They're going down. Luis Ortiz, I think I'm in the same boat for Luis Ortiz. I'm probably going to have to send him down to AAA through waivers again. Quinn Priester is a fringe kind of guy, but I don't think he can be here either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 long relief guys. That would be pushing it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe we start the year like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 can be in AAA right there. 1, 2. Actually, Sandoval needs to be in AAA. The commissioner, Tom Selleck, he's got to be in AAA. I'm going to put him there and put this guy down in AA. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, AA. 6 in AA. 1, 2, 3, all of those guys in single A. This guy's in AA though? This guy good enough to be in... No, this guy's single A. Back to single A. Okay, there we go. Relief pitchers. 1, 2, 3, 4... And Weiss, I don't know about Weiss. I like Oviedo actually a lot. I'm going to put Weiss down in AAA for the time being. If he gets claimed, he gets... Actually, no, he didn't have to get claimed. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, 4 in AAA. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think this is okay for relief pitchers. Closers, we already did that. Okay, great. So finally, just some guys from single A. Class A. Some of these guys can move up. Some of the batters, I would prefer some of the batters. We don't have many good batters here. Move up to AA. And those double A guys can move up to AAA. AA. And some guys in AA can move to AAA. Not pitchers, though. Nunez. Do I have enough there? Oh, there I have one. Like 2 in AAA, I suppose. There you go. Thank you for bearing with me with all the housekeeping here. We're almost done. Cal Mitchell can go to AAA. We could probably do a couple more. Gorski, 29, yeah. You know what, Smith and Jigba, let's put him on a fast track at 27 years of age. There you go, that's a bit better. All right, let's try starting the season like that. We'll see what happens with waivers and stuff like that and who goes where, but let's try to start the season like that. The lineup will probably look something like this. I don't usually touch it too much at the start of the year. I usually make my changes once I see what the team is doing. I definitely want to put... Hayes probably in here. A few changes I would make. Let's see, because DHing, I don't think I want Gurriel DHing, at least to start the year. I know his numbers are probably better than Hayes, but that's against right-handers. Maybe against left-handers. He's already in here. And Rojas has to be there too. Yeah, Gurriel, I signed you to be platoon. You're going to be platoon, buddy. Hayes has to get the playing time. He has to get the playing time. And left-handers, who's on the bench I don't want to be. Henry Davis, 62-72, 66-71. Rodriguez is pretty much our everyday guy now. Davis is a little bit better though. Do we keep doing Rodriguez against righties and Davis against lefties? Rodriguez is starting to pull away as the number 1 guy though. This is the season where I want to see who pulls away, Davis or Rodriguez. I think that's what I want to see this year. Aside from that, Castro, Johnson, Gurriel, Marcano, Choi, of course. These are guys who are going to be platooning for us. So I think I'm okay to start the season with this as our lineup, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get that going. Pitching rotation. We're going to go De Silva, Flaherty, Contreras, Keller, and I think Colby Allard to start the year. Just to start the year. Edgar Hernandez, A potential, 22 years of age. I want him to make it to the rotation very soon. But he didn't look great in spring training, and Allard has that track record over the last 3 years, especially last season. So we'll try that. Mid-relief, Hicks and Barlow. No, Hicks is going to be set up. And why is he not our closer? I'd platoon for the first month or two, then see if they pull away. That's good. Like, you mean how we have it now, where Rodriguez against righties and Davis against lefties? Or you're saying put one full-time and one platoon full-time? I'll try it like this. I want to make sure Ferguson and Hicks both play enough, though. Hicks last year, 3.73, 5 saves, 35 holds. Actually, I'm going to probably put Ferguson here. Yeah, and then Hicks is set up and Phillips is closer. We'll do that. Back to the lineup here, even the depth chart. Curious, what's up in 2031? Always fun to look at. All right. Just want to see what Hobbs has to say about the catcher thoughts. Our season will begin against the Cincinnati Reds, a team that we've had good success against. The budget projected deficit is still $839K, really? But we have available budget, so we should be all right. That shouldn't be a problem. At least for this first game, let's get this party started. Pirates and Reds. We'll stop the stream after this one, ladies and gentlemen. The first game of the 2026 season. Year number 4 starting here in Pittsburgh. 23, 24, 25. Now, yeah, 2020. Actually, 2027. I'm getting my years mixed up with the Pittsburgh Penguins. So we had 2023, 4, 5, 6. This is year number 5 now. That was year number 4 off season, 2026. Now this is 2027, beginning our 5th season with the Pirates. Okay. I don't think there's anything else left to do. Let's get it going here against the Cincinnati Reds in Cincinnati to start the season. After we won 100-plus games last season, let's try and do it again, and it all starts here. Yeah, we're looking good. I like this team very much. Gary Da Silva will be on the mound to start the season as our ace, 92 overall. See how the numbers look. If one starts to pull away after a little bit, then moves into more platoon starts. Gotcha. Thank you, Hobbsy. Thanks for that suggestion. He is going to be back to his his ace role. He started last season in the 2 spot with Flaherty as the ace, but then he regained it over time. Now it's Da Silva who will be starting the season back in that ace spot. According to his quirks, he plays better on the road, so hopefully that helps him here in Cincinnati. Since you play the drums, have you ever had thoughts of like doing gigs and stuff? I played in a band in high school, but not really much more than that, honestly. The other of a more pure backup, 2-3 games a week kind of thing. Gotcha. Okay, thanks, Hobbsy. We'll try that. Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Rojas hits leadoffs to start our season. One of my favorite trades of all time across all franchise modes. I love this man. Rojas. Josh Rojas solo bomb to start the season. How do you do? First at-bat of the 2027 season, and Josh Rojas goes yard with the solo home run to start things off. How do you do against Hunter Green? Wow, what a statement from one of the favorites on this team. Josh Rojas, legend. All right, Ian Happ grounds out, Brian Reynolds strikes out, and Pete Alonso grounds out. Ellie De La Cruz, he is an 84 overall in this universe with 8 potential. In the real world, going to be much better than that in MLB The Show 24, I would think, at this point. Talk him up and he delivers. De La Cruz strikes out, Young strikes out, France grounds out. Good first inning from Da Silva. O'Neill Cruz flies out, Santander flies out, Hayes singles for Tamar Johnson, who strikes out. Friedel flies out, Vasquez grounds out, Moncada strikes out, Rodriguez strike out. You are kidding me! Josh Rojas with the second solo bomb. He's 2 for 2 on the day, 2 at-bats, 2 home runs. This man is incredible! Robom, the solo home run once again, 2-0 Pirates, 3 hits in the game, 2 are home runs from Rojas. This man is incredible. What a legend. This is crazy. One of my favorite trades in franchise mode history on this channel across all sports continues to show up. Wow. Ian Happ strikes out, Reynolds strikes out. Rojas more like Smash. He is him. Wow. All right. Garrett Mitchell grounds out. Hins flies out. Nelson strikes out. Through 3 innings, we are up 2-0. Pete Alonso grounds out. O'Neill Cruz doubles. Very nice. Santander walks. Hayes could bring him in with a single. He strikes out. Johnson flies out. De La Cruz strikes out. Young grounds out. France grounds out. Andy Rodriguez here. And the top of the 5th flies out. Rojas pops up. I bet that was right to the wall, though. Where did he go? Let's see. Game log. Can I see where it was here? Rojas pops up to catcher. Not on the warning track. Oh, that would have been fly outs. Oh, no. Yeah, that was a pop-up. Okay, ground out, and we're here in the bottom of the fifth. Friedel walks. First mistake that De Silva has made all night. Vasquez, two-run bomb. The first hit that Gary De Silva gives up. He had a no-hitter through 4 innings. Bottom of the fifth, first hit he gives up. And it's a 2-run bomb to tie this game at 2. No-hitter through 4 1/3 inning for Gary De Silva to start the season. Moncada pops up, Mitchell grounds out, Hins flies out. All right. Reynolds, Green's getting tired. Reynolds walks. Alonso pops up. Cruz double play. Nelson walk. De La Cruz. Oh my goodness. Same recipe as before. Walk and home run. Next inning. Walk, home run. Wow. From up 2-0 to down 4-2. We are out hitting them 4-2. We're outscored 4-2. Ridiculous. Was forming a certified bellow party. Was going to invite Torsten Hornquist, but then I saw his playoff performance. Me neither, Hobbs. I was thinking it, but he was perfect through 4 innings. Perfect game. Wow. All right. Single. Double play. Thank you. Ground out. Top of the 7th. Santander now against Ryan Nicholas. Double from Santander. Great. Hayes pops up. Johnson error gets him to first. Rodriguez solo. Not solo. Excuse me. 3-run home run from Andy Rodriguez. We've been talking about which catcher is going to keep the full-time job, and Rodriguez puts on a great display, a fantastic audition in the first game of the season. 3-run home run to put us up by 1. 5-4 Pirates in the top of the 7th with 2 outs, and we are up by 1 run. Rojas now against Zach Plesac, and he strikes out. Endy wants to start, baby. Hap singles. Reynolds with the RBI double, bringing him a Hap in from first, and Alonso grounds out. All right, we are up 6-4 here in the bottom of the 7th. We mentioned that person. Talk about it. Yeah, what a game this is, eh? Let me know. You guys want me to hop in for the 9th inning? Let me know. Bottom of the 7th here. Vasquez grounds out. Moncada grounds out. Mitchell grounds out. Great 7th inning there from Gary De Silva. Top of the 8th. Cruz pops up. Santander strikes out. Hayes grounds out. Bottom of the 8th. I'm keeping him in there. Hins flies out. Nelson grounds out. De La Cruz walks. Let's pick off first. Pick off first. Pick off first. Pitch! Fielder's choice. Top of the 9th. Let's hop in then. All right. I hear you, legend. Enter game. Here we go. Bottom of the order here. Tamar Johnson. We are up by 2 runs. We're out hitting them 8-3, but we're only up by 2. Top of the 9th, followed by... We'll try to get a few more runs, and then we'll try to close it out with Evan Phillips. Or maybe Gary De Silva stays in for the complete... This would not be the first game he does that. I think of the last 3 seasons, he's had 2 instances in which he had a complete game victory in the first game of the season. I believe that's happened over the last 2 of the last 3 seasons, if I'm not mistaken. He loves starting the season with a full 9 innings pitched. All right, Plesac on the mound here against Johnson, who's 0 for 3 on the day. That's inside by quite a bit. He'll take that for ball 1. Aaron Judge enters season 29 shy of 400 home runs. Mike Trout 14 shy of 500. Ooh, Johnson gets some contact on that. Hold on, going back at the warning track, but Johnson can't get out of the park. Ooh, great job though. Nice fly out. Got some good contact on that. Well done, buddy. Now here's Andy Rodriguez, 1 for 3 on the day with that big 3-run home run that put us up by 1, and after that we got another RBI from Reynolds. The delivery, ooh, good contact on that, but just a little bit late, or was it a bit late, I believe, yeah. And it goes foul. Get some contact on that again. Quickly down 0-2 as he fouls those first 2 pitches away. All the records here at the bottom of the screen. Rodriguez, ooh, gonna take that one. Definitely inside slider. 1-2 count. Bases empty with 1 out here in the top of the 9th. Pirates open season leading MLB with 11 top 100 prospects. Woo! 11 of the top, and that's a strikeout. What? Wait, that was a strikeout? That looked inside. I was reading the bottom there. Nationals, Reds, Pirates, top MLB The Show's preseason farm system rankings. We have 11 of the top 100 prospects. That's incredible. Let me see a replay here. Did I miss something? So I was reading the bottom. Let me, can I see this? I wish I could see a strike zone. Can I see this one here? Oh, oh, okay, he swung. That's why. Okay, okay. He tried to check his swing, but he swung. Okay, okay. If it crosses the threshold, it counts as a swing. All right, good contact. First pitch contact. He's going to get down. Get down! Oh, great outfield catcher from, I think that's Friedel out there. Okay, all right. France, Friedel, and Vasquez are up next here as Phillips will 50 strikeouts and 48 saves in 54 opportunities, 2.3 ERA, 1.04 WHIP, and a 1-2 record. All right, Evan Phillips, all comes down to you, buddy. We are up by 2 runs. Let's see if you can get the save to close out the first game of the season and start the year with a victory. Here on Fraudner Friday. Phillips, the delivery, first pitch swing right to Hayes, who's going to throw that right to first base. And that's a beautiful scoop from Pete Alonso to get that first out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Well done. Let's go. Next up is TJ Friedel, 0 for 2 on the day, bat 247 last year. Phillips still looking nice and loose. The delivery, swung on and missed with a 94-mile-per-hour cutter up high. They have some projected numbers down there. Reynolds projected to bat 300 this season. Cutter is swung on and fouled. Now it's quickly an 0-2 count for Friedel, as Phillips is 1 pitch away from having 2 outs on 4 pitches. And that is going to go foul again. Opening day projected home run leader. Alonso projected to have 43 home runs this season. 0-2 count it remains with another foul there from Friedel. The delivery, that's inside slider. He'll take that for a 1-2 count now. One out, base is empty. Ooh, checks his swing. Oh, but it was called a strike anyways, it seems like. That just caught the top of the box of the strike zone, it looks, I suppose. Comes down to the final out, Angel Vasquez. Angel Vasquez? Through 6 pitches, Phillips has already retired 2 batters. First pitch, that is a slider down and in that Vasquez will take. 1 out away from calling it a save. The delivery swung on right to, is that O'Neal Cruz, who gets it to Alonso, and the Pirates win game number 1. We're still going to Browskiego. Fraudner Friday, I just made a mention to it, with Evan Phillips just closed out the game on Fraudner Friday. How about that? Josh Rojas, player of the game, 2 for 5 with 2 home runs. Gary Da Silva gets the win, having pitched 8 innings. He got pulled. I would have liked him to be in the 9th, but I think it made sense to bring Phillips in to close it out, as we were only up by 2 runs, and Da Silva gave up 4 runs on 3 hits. So I like that, and I like that decision. And Andy Rodriguez with the winning home run that put us up 5-4. We never looked back. Was getting into baseball, but I was getting frustrated. No one was really able to teach me. As soon as I touched a bass guitar, there you go. Bass guitar, baseball. Nicholas takes the loss as well, giving up 3 runs on 2 hits in 1/3 innings pitched. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The first game of the season is a victory. We're gonna let's auto fix that down in AAA. Yup. And Weiss is already injured for a few days. Keep him active. Okay. We'll pick up next episode a week from today with probably, I'm going to say most of, if not all of the 2027 season. Because now that we're doing, in previous episodes, we would end off the season and then enjoy the stats. But now, with us being a postseason team, how can we end the season, look at the stats, then do the playoffs? It's like a 3-4 hour stream. So we'll try to do the whole season next week, 8 p.m. Eastern, here on the channel, live here on YouTube. Looking on the roster, did anyone get claimed from the guys that we sent down? Called up, blah, 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 blah. As long as we have the lineups looking reasonable. Yeah, a lot of guys from single A got moved to AA and AA to AAA. That's fine, as long as we still have everything normal. Looking at the AAA rosters. Where is, what's his name? McCutcheon. He's still on waivers here, right? All these waiver guys are still there? Yeah, okay, they're all still there on waivers. All right, we'll have to wait till next episode to see what the outcome on that is. We'll also start scouting next episode, and that's about it. Review sponsorships. We're doing that. Already been there. Birdman's already there. We have 30K per win. Good. We don't have anything else to put there, so okay, can't get any extra money. trade block, trade talks, and that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it an episode right there. Strong off season. We're ranked as the second best team in baseball right now. 19th defense, 11th speed, but top 3 power, contact, and all that good stuff. I'm excited for this next season. Last year we won over 100 games. We made it to the NLCS. Now we have high hopes for year number 5 in Pittsburgh. I hope I'm not misspeaking, but I believe it's year number 5. 2023, 24, 25, 26, now 2027. So if you have any suggestions, perfect timing, Hobbsy, as we're headed out. Appreciate you being here, and we'll chat in the Discord. Speaking of that, any suggestions for next episode, be sure to leave them down here on YouTube or over on the Discord server, link in the description, about the lineups, the pitching, any trades, players you want to move out, positions to maybe get a bit stronger. Let me know about all that, and I will leave you there, ladies and gentlemen. We will be live back here next Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern on the YouTube channel, barring any changes. Keep an eye out for I'll break it right here. I already said it on Twitter, but I'll break it here. Keep an eye out for the Adam Fantilli career simulation on NHL 23 that will be coming out tomorrow on Saturday. And then next week we'll have Penguins franchise and NHL 24 live reaction to the reveal trailer. Lots of stuff happening here in the summer of data. So everyone, have yourselves a wonderful rest of your Friday night. Have a lovely weekend. We'll be talking soon here in the comments or on Discord. And I appreciate you taking the time to be here this evening, despite the lag. I'm sorry if that even comes back after you're watching in the review, after it's already gone live. I'll try to fix the Wi-Fi for next season. It's been a bit spotty since we changed things here in the house, so I'll try to fix that. But thank you for being here. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk soon. Good night, everybody.